Hello and welcome to the tutorial for concentric circles and for the modern day New Directions or Gift of the Magi comic. Okay, let's start with the hard part. So concentric circles. This is the one where it's a little bit difficult, especially if you didn't pay attention or you weren't here in the first place, but that's why we're here, given this tutorial. Okay, so concentric circles. This is trying to connect the texts that we read, both Gift of the Magi, right? Remember this one? Gift of the Magi and New Directions. We're going to connect those two texts. So what you start off by doing is, okay, which one do I really want to dig deep into? So then you put the title of the text here, whether it's Gift of the Magi or New Directions. Just so you know, Gift of the Magi in the textbook is on page 261, while New Directions is on page 36. So we'll start off by putting the title that you really want to analyze in the middle. So now let's think of our themes. Can you see this? Themes. So in the Gift of the Magi, there were three big themes. The first one we can say is love, lots of love. The second one is, well, when you have to give up something in order for someone to gain something or for you to gain something, that's called a sacrifice. And then finally, the last one was money or wealth, or the lack of wealth, really. And so this is Gift of the Magi. Those are the themes for that. If you're going to do Gift of the Magi, those are your themes. What about New Directions? It was pretty close in some of them. I think Annie struggled mostly with, perseverance. That's how you spell it, I hope, or I'll look silly. Another one was she had to do some sacrifices. And then I think you could even say wealth could be a theme because, yes, she started out super poor, but in the end, she did end up with actually pretty successful. I mean, her little stand eventually turned into a fort. Okay, so now what we need to do is connect the text to yourself, to another text, and then to the big wide world out there. So the first thing you would do is think, okay, which of these themes do I have in common with one of these stories? So if a lot of people have been going with sacrifice in this one, and then what you do is you take direct evidence from this text, which a lot of them will probably be somewhere in here, and then you put evidence from the text on one side, and then wherever it pertains to you, this is where you need to put your own sacrifice. The next one goes text to text. Well, we just read two stories, Gift of the Magi as well as New Directions, so why don't we just tie those two texts together? Now, let's look at our themes. Which themes are similar? Well, we already have sacrifice here. So you know what? Why don't we go with wealth or lack of wealth? That'd be kind of smart, right? And so then what you need to do on one of them is going to be New Directions, and then or Gift of the Magi, and then this one would be Gift of the Magi. So then you need to take actual evidence from the text once more and put it in that circle. Okay, so let's see here. We can cross off. We kind of did sacrifice. And we already kind of did wealth. So what do we have left? Sorry if you can't see that. Well, let's see here. It looks like on this side, if you're doing Gift of the Magi, there's love and perseverance. Okay, so then depending on which text you're doing, then maybe you should write about either love or perseverance. And so then what you would do is take moral of the story, the theme, write something about it that would apply to every single person that's ever lived in our world, and put it on this side. Then on this side you need to take text evidence from either Gift of the Magi or New Directions and put it on that side of the circle. That is concentric circles. So I've pretty much done most of this assignment right here for you. You just got to fill in with the evidence on here. Get it? Got it? Now, on the comic, you see how there are 3 columns? So then you should have, or is that a row? I'm not sure. Anyway, you need to have a beginning, a middle, and an end in your comic. Let me grab mine real quick. Where did I put it? It's over here somewhere. Excuse the awkward pause. Okay, so here's my comic. Modern Day Gift of the Magi. So, here's what's going on. Oh, I checked my bank account. Wells Fargo. Oh, I'm broke, and I have all these bills due. Next, oh, Boo's birthday's coming up, and I want to do something nice for him, but I'm broke. That's me. See the similarity? Haha. Next thing I go, easy pawn, cash for gold. Now you see me, my heart's broken with my violin. What do you think I just did? You're right, I pawned it. And now I have money, and I'm going to academy. So there's my beginning, here's my middle, here's my end. Unselfishly, Stacy pawned her violin so she could buy Boo a new weight rack for his birthday. Surprise! Here's Boo. I have a surprise for you too. I sold my weight so you could get a new violin case. Yours was falling apart. Wonk, wonk, wonk. So that is my modern day Gift of the Magi. I'm not sure if you can see me. I'm going to step in front of the camera. Okay, so then basically what you need to do now is create your own comic. I don't care if it's humans, I don't care if it's animals, I don't care what holiday is, or what did I say, gift, people, it could be animals, what gift, I don't care. Just create your own comic in full color. I'm going to post it out on the hallway so all your classmates and schoolmates are going to see it. So make sure you complete both sides. If you were absent on, what was it, Monday, and you're now getting this assignment, so then I will accept it through next Tuesday. But go ahead and knock it out, all right? This is a test grade. If you have any other questions, come see me. Toodaloo.